Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today. Is this battle coming out next week? Or is it gonna be another one of those like we have to wait 4 weeks for the battle? Is that just gonna be the new thing? Is that we get them every 4 weeks instead of 3 weeks? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'll probably say at the end. Buffy has 128 novels. We read all of them. I'm pretty sure the title was something different before I clicked on this. And they read them all? They read every novel? That doesn't seem very fair. I don't remember them saying anything about we read every Blade comic. They probably did, but they didn't say it. What the fuck? Anyway, let's get to it. Let's check this out. Buffy. Oh, she looks tough. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out, Blade. Oh, no. She's going to beat you up. Better watch out. She's gonna win, isn't she? Anyway, let's get to it. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. She's going. All right, let's see what they say here.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces
If she
of
wins,
darkness. She
that's
is
racist.
the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy Ann Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity. Buffy.
We're taking the movie in consideration.
His only goals in life were, in her own
I watched
words,
the movie.
graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school.
They're all vampires. Fuck them.
Her and her mom to move to Sunnydale, California to
I
start
thought she was on the short bus.
a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Wait, hold on.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable.
Yeah, that sounds like the valley, all right.
I'm still watching the movie at this point. I thought they were talking about like the show was a sequel to the movie.
New Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad
This is the movie.
bad boy Angel.
I mean the show. Sorry.
Magical retcon sister Dawn and Xander.
Oh,
Buffy and
like
her
Xander.
Scooby gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters.
And we mean truly never-ending. Sure,
So what was Buffy really a sequel to the movie? I just thought they didn't even consider the movie. It was just like we ignore it. It was a good idea. We didn't nail it. Because the movie's not that great. But
there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across
I played a couple of video games.
Comics,
I legitimately played a couple of the video games. I never watched the show. I mean, again, I said before, I watched a few episodes, but I wouldn't consider that watching the show.
128 novels, tens of thousands of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of
That's kind of crazy. I don't believe they would do that. I mean, I'm not saying they're lying, but I'm just saying, like, that... No, I guess I'm saying they're lying. Like, that's 100 just for this one death battle?
vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu.
She does Aikido? She should fight Steven Seagal.
Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing.
They showed fucking what's his name from Goldmember.
Wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's kung fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to dodge close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air, and smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor, she can survive.
She fucking a vampire?
massive explosions,
Bella
like the
Swan
one that
over here.
destroyed Cephrilion's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she
those early, like late 90s, early 2000s TV effects.
resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
I do not remember her being tougher than the goddamn Terminator in the show. Man, this series is crazy.
And
I don't know. No, I don't know.
influential. There are college courses on Buffy studies that cover how much it changed television. I took one in undergrad.
Oh yeah? How's that student debt going?
I could see that.
That's what I thought. Well, come back next time for the full episode of Blade versus Buffy.
You could have just watched a YouTube video. I'm sure someone made, or tons of people made that. How Buffy changed TV. Yeah, fuck Sopranos. Buffy, that's the one. No, I'm sure Buffy did. I'm just fucking around. I'm sure it did. It was very popular. I just don't understand why it ended. This shit kept going. Could be like Law and Order, where was it SVU? That one's been going on for 400 years. Yeah, and what it was the same cast too, right? Mariska Hargitay, and then the one guy from American Summer. Anyway, I don't know why that was the movie. It came up in my brain, but whatever. Anyway, Christopher Maloney. You know what I'm talking about. I think he's still. I don't know. I don't watch it anymore. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, I don't know, man. Now I'm not too sure. I didn't know she was like this fucking powerful. But they read all the comics and fucking novels and played the video games and watched all the show. I don't see how they did all this. I really don't. They must have like they said speed run or speed read. They had to have done something like that. Maybe not speed read, but like they must have looked up info about a lot of the books that are like the most popular, so you could probably find all the good stuff you want without having to read the book, and then maybe some of the lesser novels maybe they read. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they have a whole team, so I guess it could have just been like, all right, we got what, like 6-7 people or something like that. I have no idea how many people work at Death Battle exactly. All right, let's spread out the work. Let's get to it. You know, that's possible. Anyway, so let's get. I mean, that's not even possible. I'm sure that's exactly what happened, but I just don't know if they still read 128 novels. Anyway, I'm sure they spread out the work for everything they needed to do. Just I don't know if 128 was necessary exactly. Anyway, especially since like after 128, there has to be some books that are not canon anymore. There's no way. I don't believe it. Anyway, that's it. That's it. Is that more novels than Star Wars? Fuck this. Now I'm interested. How many Star Wars books are there? There are thousands. What do you mean thousands? How is that possible? How's that possible? I mean, I guess maybe they're also counting comics, I assume. I guess that makes sense. I meant just straight up novels, but this one says there are close to 400 Star Wars books between the two canons. Most of them are not related. I didn't think about that. There's probably a ton of Disney ones too. And of course, I figured there was a ton of I'm thinking officially made books too. I'm sure there's a lot of fan books out there where they can get away with it because they're maybe not selling it or something like that. I'm assuming this doesn't say official, so that's great. 400. Like if a book comes out every year or something like that, that's crazy to me. For just Star Wars, like again, there's probably a million books out for the Disney era. I don't know. I don't keep up with that shit. Obviously, I can't read. Anyway, that's it. Bye.